Alright, this is Vegeta8259 again, and this is my work in progress video for the Master Grade Shenlong Gundam. And I've been really busy this week, so I haven't had any time at all to work on this kit, so I'm not getting to start on it until just now. But now that I'm finally not quite so busy, we can get around to getting this guy painted. I'm going to change things up a little bit. I think most everybody has seen me paint a kit before, so I'm going to focus less on the painting for this work in progress and just focus on a couple of minor modifications. Actually, you know what, I wouldn't even call these modifications. I'm just going to be I'm going to do a quick seam line filling tutorial, and then I'm going to do a tutorial for applying dry transfer decals, which I've actually done before, but people keep requesting it, so I figure I'll do it again while I've got the opportunity. Anyway, there's actually two different ways you can fill seam lines. Now, the way I've been doing it for quite a while is using putty. This is Tester's brand putty, and you know, that works in certain situations, but in some situations it's better to use plastic cement. And you can get plastic cement in several different ways. Here I've got the squeezable tube plastic cement. Comes in toxic and non-toxic varieties. Or you can get liquid cement. As you can see, it's very well liquidy. And for this particular instance that this seam line I'm going to be filling, I'm going to be using this because I think it'll work a little bit better for this situation. Now basically what we've got going on here is we've got two thigh parts that are going on the thigh of Shenlong Gundam's inner frame, and they've got a seam line running between them. And I'm simply going to be filling that in just because I don't really want it to be there. Alright, the first thing I've done is I've gone in with some masking tape and masked off most of the knee joint there, because once we fill in this seam line, it's going to be glued into place and we're not going to be able to disassemble the leg to paint the parts individually, which is why I've gone ahead and painted the inner frame for the leg. Now, basically, we're going to take this plastic cement and get the top off, and basically it's just as simple as putting some cement along the edges like so, and then putting the parts in place just like that. See, we've got a little bit of masking tape in the way. Okay, and if you want to really make sure that it's in place properly, you can take a little bit more of that cement and just run it along the seam line like that. And now all we got to do is wait for it to dry. Alright, and now that the cement has had a chance to dry, let's see if I can zoom in. As you can see, there's just a little bit of a seam line left, and basically all we're going to do now is sand that away. And something that I find that not many people know is that, like, if you use super glue on model kit parts, it's the actual glue that's holding the parts together. However, modeling cement, like plastic cement specifically made for model kits, is actually a chemical that bonds the plastic parts together so they actually fuse together as one piece. And for one, that's the reason it works so well for filling in seam lines. It's also the reason why modeling cement doesn't work on resin or wood or metal or anything else like that, because it's a different kind of, well, resin's a different kind of plastic, and obviously wood and metal just aren't going to work at all. But after you sand, it should be nice and smooth. And next up comes the real test. Alright, and now all we gotta do is just spray this with a little bit of primer. And it looks to me like the seam lines got filled in pretty nicely. Unfortunately, my camera doesn't want to zoom in on it, but I think we pretty successfully got rid of the seam lines there. And now that we've got everything painted with white, all I've got to do is remove the masking tape, and we should end up with something that looks like this. As you can see now, all the inner frame parts are still in their original color, yet we've got outer armor in white with the seam lines nicely filled in. Okay, so now that we've finally got everything painted, I'm just going to do a quick little rundown of how to apply dry transfer decals. Like I said, I've done this before in other work in progress and let's build videos, but people keep requesting it, so why not do it here since I'm applying the decals anyway. Alright, so the dry transfer decals are going to come like this. They come on a clear backing. You're going to have this little piece of thin paper behind it. And basically, you're going to take your X-Acto knife and cut out the decals that you want to use. Right here, I've cut out a decal that's going to be going on the shield. And I've got some clear Scotch tape here. Just going to take a little bit of it. Grab up this decal. You do not want to get that paper backing. You don't need that anymore. You can just throw that away. And basically, you're going to take it and position it right where it's supposed to go. Like so. And then you'll need a firm, blunt object, maybe a dull pencil, or like maybe a mechanical pencil with no lead in it. I actually have this, which is extremely useful. It's called a blunt probe, and it actually came out of my dissecting kit from my biology class. And since I wasn't a biology major, I'm never going to use it again now that that class is over. So I got looking at it, and I thought, this will be great for using on dry transfer decals. So I kept it around for that exact purpose. And you just rub the decal, and it's probably not going to show up on camera at all, but you will be able to tell a little bit of a difference from when the decal is on the plastic film and between when it's actually applied to the part. So then you just carefully pull the plastic backing off, and now your decal is in place. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And you see they're not going to come off. I do recommend flat coating though, because if you mess with them too much, they might have a tendency to scratch off. So you'll probably want to flat coat on top of the dry transfers, but then again, I flat coat all my stuff anyway, so that's pretty much a given. So I guess that about does it for Shenlong's work in progress video. It was kind of short, but I'm kind of painting this guy in a hurry anyway, since I didn't have much time to work on him anyway. So I've just got a little bit left to do now, finish up some decaling and panel lining, then I can flat coat him and get this guy reviewed. So with that, I will see you guys next time.